This montage of pictures and words illustrates the power and potential of communication, which has always been central to the success of UNICEF's work. For 6 decades, communication has played a key role in saving and improving millions of young lives. For years, UNICEF has been recognized as the lead agency in program communication. UNICEF must keep pace with change. Strengthening communication for behavior and social change is a vital part of our efforts to achieve the MDGs and will require increased investment and collaboration across the entire organization.
20 years ago, our message was quite simple. Today, life is getting more complex, and there will be no universal solution.
We were very strong in program communications when the tools available to us were not as powerful, as strong as they are today. We need to sharpen our communications and advocacy tools.
One of the big weaknesses in the field of program communications, behavior change, social change, is that we've been very weak and very poor at evaluating what the real objectives were and whether they've been achieved or not.
It is obscene and unacceptable in a world where we can go to the moon, where we can do such amazing wonders, and we cannot save the lives of children.
The world has changed. 50 billion emails and 30 billion SMS every single day. People are being influenced by cultures of different countries. The fastest growing technology today in the world is the cell phone. Cell phone is the technology that is actually breaking the digital divide.
Do we communicate to people's hearts, or do we only communicate to people's heads? We need both. Somehow in our communications, we have not been reaching out to the heart.
I think UNICEF is about communication. Central to UNICEF is programming. And what could be more important than communicating through our programs, communicating about our programs, communication to make our programs work better and achieve results.
UNICEF's essential role is often one of bridging between different communities, sometimes different centuries, urban and rural, different levels of knowledge, and we create the abilities of people of different walks of life to access similar information.
There is so much opportunity and interest in this area. No organisation is as well placed as this organisation to take it forward.
We have to talk to not only program communication officers, but communication officers. We have to talk to representatives, the senior program officers, and project officers. In fact, everybody in the organization has a role to play in that.
One of the things that I've learned in the last 5 years in India is that it's never about the message. It's really about the messenger. Who is the person who's doing the talking with whom? That process, that dialogue, that discourse is the most important thing.
Be we working on the MTSPs or the Millennium Development Goals, none of them are going to be attainable without having a strong program communication support mechanism behind them. Now, to get that mechanism in place is going to require a transition so that the people working in communications are part of the programs themselves.
We work with NGOs who are working with family members, who are talking with children, and when you see the dynamism of children who understand what needs to happen, their discussion with each other, with their teachers and with their families, you begin to see things happening differently.
What we're looking for, perhaps, is something to do with people's attitudes changing and their behavior changing. So what is it that we can do to trigger that?
We've got to show that through communication you can get better results. It's not by prescribing a behavior, but by creating opportunities for people to discuss this amongst themselves, to come up with their own solution.
This is the best job in the organization. It's forever changing, it's full of challenges, you have to solve problems and come up with innovative solutions. It takes us out to communities. It takes us out to talk to real people and dialogue with them about what they need and what they want and how they want to change things.
It takes people to innovate, it takes people to make change. Program communication works by harnessing the power, the emotion, and the will.
The potential is endless. Now, if UNICEF begins to marshal our power of communications to influence policy, to cultivate partnerships, and to generate especially children's and young people's participation, if we become good at that, we can do an enormous lot for children and humanity.
This is a new era, a new dawn, and we will go a long way in the MDGs by harnessing our energy, our will, and our minds. Let's make it happen.
I don't want commitment from program communication officers. I want commitment from the whole organization. I want everyone to believe that this is UNICEF.